Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started now. So hello, everyone. My name is Arroya Rush, and I am a buyer on this project with the Office of Contracting and Procurement on behalf of the City of Detroit and our Chief Procurement Officer, Mrs. Sandra Stahl. I'd like to welcome you to this pre-bid conference for RFP 547791 for inspection and materials testing services for the Housing and Revitalization Department, HRD. Can everyone see my PowerPoint on the screen? Good, perfect. Okay.
Can you hover over that one that said RK? Is that running? You see the RK over there or something?
Yes.
Okay.
So just briefly go over today's agenda. We're going to do some quick introductions, overview of the RFP, the project background and description of needs, and we're going to open it up for questions and answers. As I've stated before, my name is Arroya Rush, and I'm with the OCP. If the department would like to introduce themselves now, that would be great.
Thank you, Aurora. I'll go ahead and kick it off. My name is Dominique Sawyer. I am the project manager. I'm with Detroit Water and Sewage, and that is what this contract is for. I'm going to kick it over to Hussein on my team to go ahead and introduce himself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hussein Audi, and I'm the assistant manager in engineering and construction. What's up?
Hello, everyone. My name is Utsav Somani. I'm assistant manager in the engineering and construction group of the sewer section at DWSD.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pierre Boyer. I'm manager here at DWSD, engineering and construction sewer section.
Okay, is that everyone in the department there?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm going to go over overview of this pre-bid process. Please be aware that this call is being recorded. Please add, as I stated before, please add your name and company and organization that you represent to the chat here if you haven't done so already. All bidders are encouraged to ask questions. You may enter them into the chat at any time. All responses to questions during this meeting will be unbinding. For binding responses, questions must be submitted into the Unibonfire system, and responses will be uploaded as an addendum there. I just want to go quickly over some key dates for this project. This project was released July 6th, 2026. We'll have our question deadline date set for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. And those questions have to be in Bonfire by 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, you are welcome to ask questions at any time. However, during this meeting, we won't be able to give you any binding responses. If you're looking for those binding responses, you would have to put it into the Unibonfire system. The answers to those questions will be provided by Friday, July 24th, 2026, by 3:00 p.m. Depending on the amount of questions or just how in depth they could be provided sooner. And finally, the proposal due date. All proposals will need to be submitted into the Unibonfire system by Wednesday, August 5th, 2026, by 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I implore you, please don't wait till the last time to submit your proposals, just in case there's any technical issues or anything like that. Give yourself some time to make sure everything is squared away and we're able to get your proposals. So on this slide, we're going to go through some of the minimum qualifications required from vendors. Proposals will only be accepted from firms demonstrating the following minimum qualifications. Responding vendors should have construction inspection expertise in the rehabilitation/replacement of water main, sewer, gravity pipe, and wastewater pumping stations projects with a minimum of 5 projects in the past 10 years. Please make sure your proposals show that experience. Responding vendors have an average experience modification rate or EMR of 1.04 or below for the last 3 years. And those 3 years are 2023, 2024, and 2025. Section C 451, Article 2. And lastly, responding vendors must have a licensed professional engineer or PE on staff with the ability to specify soils based on the American Association of State Highway Transportation Officials, the AASHTO soil classification system, using ASTM International. The professional engineer's PE license must be active. And so we're going to go over the scope of work here. Quickly, the City of Detroit Office of Contracting and Procurement, OCP, on behalf of the Housing and Revitalization Department, HRD, in conjunction with the Detroit Water and Sewage Department, DWSD, requests proposals from qualified respondents to render certain technical or professional services as set forth in this RFP to provide inspection and materials testing services for DWSD construction projects under the alley sewer repair program. Just a note, we expect this contract to be 4 years. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the department so they can give us some additional information.
Thanks, Aroya. This is Utsav Somani. I'll give a brief scope of work or expectation of services to be performed on this request for proposal. The alley sewer repair program, which is going to be a construction program that will utilize the CDBG disaster recovery funding to improve the sewer lines and laterals in the city of Detroit. This request for proposal, as you know, most of us by now would have perused it through, is to support the construction program for the alley sewer repairs by providing the professional services described under those different categories related to inspection, some coordination, and project engineering and material testing. They will be as a part of the team that will be a combination of, group of, could be a prime and a sub, or it could be a single prime, which will have to have a combination of personnel and resources that will be able to satisfy the department's need to support the very construction program that the department and the city has undertaken. The section 2, which is the statement of work, it provides a very detailed description about the services that are anticipated. And I'll politely I'll like to bring a little note or attention to everyone that besides the construction inspection services, which is the material testing, which is called out as the scope of the RFP, the resources that the consultants will have to engage would be a combination of field inspectors, team leads who are able to coordinate the inspector teams, and even project engineers or the engineering team, which will actually have to support the field work that will happen into the alley sewer construction program. So as much as this is just called out as an inspection and material testing, please count that this is a professional service contract for inspection related work supported by team leads coordinations, supported by engineering and other services.
Is there anything else the department wants to add as far as details to the scope?
I think you covered the minimum qualification in the earlier slides.
Okay, perfect.
And I think the selection evaluation criteria are also explained in the section 3.4 and the procedures for that, since this is a professional service contract.
Yes. So, we could go over the evaluation criteria, on basically what your proposals will be evaluated on. We're going to be evaluating you guys on the following, which is prior project experience. That would be 30 points. So I would say for this one, if you provide, just essentially any prior projects that you guys have had that are similar to, this particular project. So make sure it, kind of relates to this one. It's great that you guys may have worked on different projects that were great, but please make sure that it pertains to kind of what we're looking for here. Also, we'll be looking at your work plan and organization. That will be for 25 points. So please make sure your work plans are thorough and detailed. Staff experience will also be for 25 points. So resumes, how much experience your staff has had with working with, projects similar to this. That's what we'll be looking for there. And then finally, we'll be looking at pricing. That will be for 20 points. All of that will be for a total of 100 points. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up to the vendors if you have any questions. Any questions so far? Going once, going twice. Okay. So if there aren't any additional questions, I'm just going to go over those key dates again. Questions are due Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026 by 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those questions must be submitted into Unibonfire, and we will respond via an addendum where we'll provide those answers there. Answers will be provided in that addendum Friday, July 24th, 2026 by 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and quotes will be provided or should be submitted Wednesday, August 5th, 2026 by 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I see we had a question come through Nanette. She's asking in the RFP, it asks for 5 projects in the RFP and 3 in the questionnaire. Can you confirm that you want 8 project total? So it doesn't have to be 8 necessarily. If those 3 that you provide in the questionnaire relate, are those the same as those 5 projects, that's fine. It doesn't necessarily have to be 8. They can be combined. And we have another question coming in. Let's see, as per engineering work, do you have some design work for sewer repair? So it looks like that's for the department. Anybody from the department want to answer that?
What's the question?
They're asking, as per engineering work, do you have some design work for sewer repair?
No, it's design work for sewer repair is not anticipated, but the engineering support to the field team that is inspecting or working with the contractor's crew to oversee the operation is expected.
Okay. And I see we have another question that came in. Prior project experience within how many years? So this, you can find this in the RFP. I believe this is page, let's see, page 8. of the RFP in the minimum qualifications. Responding vendor should have construction inspection expertise in the rehabilitation, replacement of water main, sewer gravity pipe, and wastewater pumping station projects within a minimum of 5 projects in the past 10 years. And are there any other questions? No problem, Joanna. Well, if there aren't any other questions today, again, please feel free to put them into Bonfire. We'll get them answered and the addendum. And if there are any other questions, I think we can go ahead and wrap up today's pre-bid. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
you.
Aurora.
Thank you.
Thank you.